Hello, welcome back. Part 5. We're in what I call the cauldron room. The cauldron's obviously direct throwback to Night Law by Ultimate Play, the game on the Spectrum CPC. Same thing, the collectibles are flashing over the cauldron. And this is kind of, for me, this is where Lumo becomes the game that I really had in my head that I wanted to make at the start. I wanted it to be quite open-ended. I wanted you to pick where you were kind of going. So we have 4 sections in here, similar to the moon base from Head Over Heels, and you can think of them as little worlds. They're probably about the same size as the worlds in Head Over Heels as well, maybe a little bit bigger. And you can pick to do each one of them, you know, in whatever order you want. Now I wanted to have it quite a kind of Metroidvania-esque sort of vibe going on with Lumo, and it wasn't really possible to do that when I started seeing people play the game for the first time. It sort of dawned on me, if you're not my age and if you haven't grown up with the 8-bits, playing an isometric game for the first time is going to be a little bit difficult, and that's been kind of proven by some of the critical kind of feedback and stuff that's come. Which is fine, that's to be expected, and I am trying to stick, you know, religiously to the template of the earlier games. This spring, out of Head Over Heels, we were originally going to do a thing that if you nailed the landing, it would pop up a little 5.8, 5.9 kind of scores for you as a little Olympic somersault thing, but we had to drop that. We're running out of time. The Wasp is a little bit underused, but we'll come back to him later. He's kind of fun though because he shoots at you. So let's go and get the map. Now, of the 4 sections we've got from the cauldron room, this is the section that I kind of built first. I'm going to do these in the order that I kind of think they should be done. But it's totally up to you. It doesn't make any difference to the actual game which order you tackle these. But this is the first of the cauldron sections that I actually built, which was about a year ago now. So the map's kind of interesting. I spoke about this on one of the Eurogamer feeds that we did, but the map's just beneath the compass image. There's a hand-drawn map which was by Will Overton. I think it's of Alien 8, and then it was a hand-drawn map that he submitted to Crash magazine back in the 80s. I've got a scan of it. He kindly let me put it in the game. Will Overton went on to do the key art for Lumo, so the big kind of purple image with the cartoon character and the guy holding the crystal in the background. That's Will's art. Will's absolutely fantastic. You know him from the covers on Superplay magazine, but he's also done some stuff for Rare. These are quite fun as well. I quite like these. This is really getting a lot closer to kind of Head Over Heels now. This is obviously I can show these big rooms all in one go. Oops. Have to learn to talk and play again. Whereas on Head Over Heels they'd be kind of flick screen, but it's the we've now got NPCs, non-player characters in the world, whereas before everything's been basically, you know, apart from a few spiders and the ghost, everything's kind of just been you against the world. When Head Over Heels had quite a lot of characters in it, little robots and the Prince Charles thing, and I kind of wanted to do a lot more of this, but in the end, even just the player versus environment stuff actually produced, you know, so much gameplay. I didn't actually go too far with this stuff. So the Wasp as a character is quite underused. God, I need to get away from it. Come here. Oh, yeah. So Wasp is a little bit underused, but he is quite fun where he is. So go up there, turn the lights off. Now that means that the hidden platforms will work because the lights are off. So we're going to go and do the secret routes here. Now with these zones you can actually end up missing out rooms. I'm going to take you to kind of half to collect all the secrets. We'll turn the lights off again so we can collect the cassettes. But there's a bunch of rooms in this zone that you don't actually need to go in, but you can kind of miss collectibles if you do. So there is a kind of quick route which is what I'm going to use. These spikes are a complete lift from the spikes on Equinox by Steve Pickford. I used to love Equinox and had these damn spikes everywhere, so I thought, yeah, I'm having those. So we'll go and get the key for the main door. There's another secret in here as well. You can kind of see the little hidden platforms there. We'll get the cassette before our lamp runs out. There we go. So I had kind of good fun with this room. The real idea is to actually lead the love box across the platform to open a door, but if you go the secret route you don't need to do it, which is the route that we're going. So we'll miss out a couple of rooms to the right. We'll come through here to get the coin. There's also a cassette in here, if I remember right. There we go. And then we're back underneath where that other cassette is. So yeah, the layout's a lot more convoluted now. It feels to me much more like, you know, Head Over Heels and Monster Max. You can kind of go the wrong way. You can, you know, you still have to pick things up, and you have to be careful of like NPCs as well as just environmental stuff now. The map sort of helps you a little bit, but I kind of purposefully, I don't show you, you know, where you are on the map. We've just gone through there, down there, down there, down there, and we're in there now. Because I wanted that feeling that, you know, what I had to do as a kid, I actually had to draw the maps for these games. So for Lumo, even though I provide the map, I want you to actually, you know, kind of use your head a bit if you do decide to use it. These borders on the book pages, if you check out the box cover for Nightlaw, you'll kind of recognise those borders. The carpets and curtains and stuff use borders from Meyermeer. There's some other things on the pages here. In the background of the graphics setting page on PC, there's a little circuit diagram of the Spectrum ULA, and on the controls there's a circuit diagram of the Kempston joystick interface. Be familiar for anyone who had the old 8-bit stuff. There's quite a lot of little subtle bits and pieces that I've kind of hidden like that. Mainly because they make me laugh, but mainly I'm old as well, so nice to have a little reference. God, I've not played for a week, so I'm all out of practice now. So I'm going quiet because I've got to concentrate. Right, we're through. So this is the kind of light hub. Again, you've got choices here. You can go the wrong way and stuff. We're starting to open up the world. I quite like this. But the main route's actually through here. This makes no sense. Doesn't have to. It's a big giant ball. I kind of think of it as like one of those static balls that, you know, you just get a big static charge to, and you'd mess around with, like a sort of Tesla thing. Just speed run straight through here. In fact, a lot of these rooms are set up for you to speed run. Not all of them, there's a few where I slow you down, but a lot of the ones with bad guys, then if you just run straight through you'll be fine. And that's, you know, an eye for the old school mode sort of speed run stuff. So springs can be a little bit tricky, but not too bad. Oops. Really found a clean way of getting this without actually dying at points, but yeah, really squeeze through there. So there's 3 coins in each of these cauldron sections. There's 12 coins total to pick up, and there's also a route into the warp zone in each section. So there's 4 letters to collect from this section to complete it. So I'll show you all of that. No secret hidden anymore. Just need to get that, and there's a cassette in here. Now we kind of set the light beam up. Now this was all originally kind of as a nod to the sort of colours on the Spectrum. I had this idea of we'll have a little bit of a sort of push puzzle where we have to line up all the light beams. So it's a bit of a nod to the colours on the Spectrum, but I was also I wanted to put in like a rainbow kind of thing, as in like the you know, Bungle and Zippy, the British TV programme. A little bit of a nod to them, but I couldn't get any kind of rights to it, so I sort of left that out So now we split the light and we've got some colours. And we can go and do this puzzle. This isn't too tricky. Need to get the red over here. I can imagine this is one of those ones that you can just shove these things around forever if you're not careful. The solution's not too bad. Oops, I need to push that to there. Let's got that. Let's got that. Let's got that. There we go. So don't head out of there just yet. Come back this way. Get the charge because you're going to need that. So yeah, there's the spectrum colours. Obviously I missed out the yellow light beam. So I just went for the RGB. And we didn't quite get Bungalow Zippy in here, but that was the original intention. A couple of rainbow jokes. But now we're in here, this will be a lot easier with a light thing, because we've also got the secret path up here. So we can open the door and play one of the minigames. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go through in order then. This can be a little bit tricky, I find, using the, you know, the little character's drop shadow. Sorts that out, not too bad. And it's also sort of at a weird diagonal angle as well, so don't go too early. You're further away than you think you are. I do quite like all this floating stuff though. It's good fun. Just don't want to die on this too many times if you're in old school mode. Right, so we're through. So when I did the little coloured floor in the main bit, I stuck the little coloured things on here and I started messing around. I kind of thought this was like a disco cube. So I had this idea of like rolling it around and maybe you kind of lit up the floor or you did something. And then eventually I settled on this. And I thought I'd invented this, and then immediately I put a little video up on Twitter, and someone went, "Oh, this is Devil Dice," and I had a look around, and yep, sure enough, there was a PlayStation 1 game called Devil Dice, and you basically you rolled the dice around to match up the numbers to kind of complete the puzzles. Mine's not dice, it's colours, but it's basically the same thing. So great minds think alike and all that. It's against the clock, but obviously there's so much time spare if you know which route to go. It's a bit easy. So memorise that video if you want to get through that quickly. And now we'll go back. To the spectrum room. But we're still not quite done over here. Let's make sure we've got some lamp juice so we can get through those spiky things, because we're going to have to come back again. Save messing around with those spikes. It's the little punk love box. Cassette up here. Turn the lights off so we can go and get the other secrets. Head back up there for the cassette. Oops. Right. I should probably turn the lights off before I did the minigame, but anyway, we're nearly there. And we got the first letter, or number in this case, 5. So there's 4 numbers to open the padlock on the door. And that's the first of the cauldron section. So yeah, that was kind of like my first sort of world from head over heels really. It's not too convoluted, that one. The next one is much more convoluted and a little bit bigger. But we'll do that one next week. And yeah, only 2-3 more zones to go and then we're done. So thanks for watching.